Good Friday morning. Wow. It's awful early out here, isn't it? It's awful dark for the Ice Age TV. What's going on there, right? Yeah, it's called Never Enough Time in the Day. Never. It just doesn't end. And yeah, so it's the Friday morning conversations at Ice Age TV. For anybody follow my channel, good morning. Cold up here in the Northern Virginia, Maryland, DC area. And yeah, I got to get going because I'm going to Tennessee to do some motorcycle riding this weekend and other adventures. And you can follow me along. So I'm always on adventure, am I? Yeah, car adventure, that is. Oh, goodness gracious. Now, you always forget something, right? That's kind of my life. And I can't find my damn dog leashes. So I'm resorting to something else. You can't even see me, can you? Yeah, so the wowness, right? Yeah, so what am I talking about today? I thought to myself this morning, I thought, you know what the theme today is? It's called disappointment. Yeah. You know, was I disappointed I couldn't leave last night? Very disappointing because it just loses a whole day to be down. You know, you should have been down there late last night, which means he gave us all day today to ride bikes. Now, that won't happen. Yeah, so just kind of disappointed, but at the same time, it's all life. Hear my jet engine? Hear that noise? I'm sure somebody say, well, that's a total indication your engine's gonna blow up. Your turbo's gonna go bad. Look how big this back area is. It's just so cool in these Ram trucks. And it's the Mega Cab series. In the Mega Cab series, got the kid trying to keep her motivated. Yeah, so anyways. Got everything?
Don't record my bag.
Come here, puppies. No, Will. You stay there. Come on. Will, no. Will, you keep going. So, not everybody gets to go. See there? Come on, pups. Get in. Get in the big truck. You haven't ridden in this truck. Can you get up? Whoa, you can't get up there, can you? Yeah, so anyways, we got all our gear packed up here. Motorcycles are ready to go. Truck sounds like a jet getting ready to take off. Yeah. I wonder what that's all about. I don't know. All right. The dogs are in. Am I in? Do a quick walk around the truck, make sure all tires are inflated. If you know what I mean. But yeah, this morning I thought to myself, boy, I tell you what. You know, last night, yesterday afternoon, I so tried to get this truck set up to get the heck out of town, and soon that kicked off. Look at that. Isn't that interesting? Yeah. So anyways, I so wanted to get out of here last night, but it just got to be too late. I've done this too many times in my life. And you drive all night, and what happens from that, right? Yeah, you drive all night. By the time you get in, it's 2, 3 in the morning. Then you're just dragging the whole next day because of you literally drove around all. Yeah, you drove all night. So here, look at my truck here. But yeah, so the theme with me driving and having the kid, it won't be that easy. But I just thought I'd like to stay, you know, touch base with my people who follow me and give a little YouTube channel this morning. And once again, it's just about me thinking to myself, disappointment. And I thought to myself, wow, if that isn't a strong word today, I mean, that really is a strong word. If you think about where things are right now, I mean, first thing is, I read last night that the EU, the European Union, the president of the European Union is a Czechoslovakia guy. But for political reasons, they stated, for political reasons, the green agenda is happening big time for cars in Europe. 2035, no more gas cars to be sold new. All electric vehicles or other alternative energy. And so it's official. 2035 in Europe, they've mandated no more ICE engines to be built and sold as new vehicles in the European Union. Wow, talk about disappointing. And they even said it's a political movement. I mean, I think I read that. Even for me, I'm like, that is a freaking heck of a statement. And they're claiming by 2030 that they're really going to get even make things even more difficult by all the EPA standards. So they're just throwing down the hammer. So talk about disappointing. Is that disappointing? That's huge disappointment. And, you know, what are others to push us back doing? Yeah, it's even more disappointing. Nothing. Here's the kid. It all changed. Hey, got everything, kid? So just reading that. I mean, just reading that article last night was like, yeah, here we go. I mean, think to yourself, as time progresses, how do the gas stations survive? You know, you go 20 years from now, you know, how those continue to operate. I mean, they will, but here she is. Here's the sunshine of the morning right here with us. Here we go. There it is, right there. See that? All right, I gotta focus in my truck out of the driveway. Yeah, my daughter's now like, hey, the lights aren't that great.
Dad,
well,
I noticed that when I was driving the other week in the dark.
Right. Yeah, I know. And it's
They're
because
not
there's so many.
They're just not the best.
Right. It's because this is the old. It's not the LED lights. It isn't criticism. It's just sharing how you've ridden around a lot of newer vehicles. You know, it's just crazy. This is the oldest vehicle I've ever driven down the highway with a big old trailer behind it.
Who cares? We'll get there.
So, yeah, we don't want any disappointment on that today, do we?
You better stop. Don't
It's
do it
interesting.
all over.
I gotta probably push this up here. You're probably gonna want to try that.
Oh.
Right, got the diesel exhaust brake on. Okay, got that.
Do you gotta get gas?
Well, we want food. I'm not going down the back roads of this thing at nighttime. See, if I take this thing down the back roads at nighttime, oh my gosh, I'll be scratching the hell out of this trailer. There's no way.
You have a trailer.
Well, first thing, yeah, but late at night like this to pull it, no way. I don't know my capabilities. So, you know, we have these back roads. We usually go a whole different way, and
Why did you? Oh.
And so the other road we go down to, all the trees grow into it, and it just scratches the hell out of the trailer. It's the worst. But we got to get breakfast. So the question is, are you hungry, or you want to wait till you way out to Winchester, or you way out to Bojangles?
When I'm hungry, unlike you, who likes to starve themselves.
Oh my gosh, brutal. So what's the, I mean, you want to eat here in Leesburg, or you want to eat up in Winchester?
Well, you choose what's...
Well, it comes down to if you're hungry or not.
I'll wait till Winchester.
You want the Bojangles breakfast?
No, I want Panera.
You want Panera?
I don't know.
Okay, well, then you better get the phone. Get the phone out and put an order in right this second then. But are they even open? I don't even know.
I don't know, Dad.
Oh, no. It's already starting. Been in the truck 5 minutes.
Because you asked me what I want, and then you go, really? You want that?
Well, this guy here, and you see that guy. All right, they're ready. One. It's already hauled butt down the road. I mean, this is the thing. This is the Friday morning adventures where it's not fast enough.
See him?
No, I didn't see that guy because those trees. That guy that has our property in that road there.
Oh, you know what?
His tree is not cut back, so it hides cars.
Yeah.
And so I saw cars way down the road. This guy came out of nowhere. And now this guy ain't happy because I'm not going fast enough for him on a 45-mile-an-hour road.
Even though we're going 60.
Yep. So anyways, okay, we get the... All right, we're here at Panera. We're getting Panera breakfast here. So, yeah, my time up the parking lot. It's nice and early here. It's 43 degrees out. Wow. Yeah, riding season for the most part. We're right on that edge of it being actually any fun, enjoyable. But anyways, you know, talking about disappointment. So just talking about how, boy, I tell you, in today's world, are we at the most disappointing point in a long time. I mean, I know it gets radical. It may sounds like gloom and doom. That's not really what I'm trying to present. But at the same time, you just have to kind of scratch your head about where we are with the where we are. I thought did you read about Elon Musk supposedly firing the CEO and the CFO? Yeah, the Twitter. Yeah, apparently when Elon Musk took ownership yesterday afternoon, he immediately fired the CEO and the CFO. Yeah, do you think they were disappointed, or do you think they probably knew? Yeah, and then there's another 75% of the workforce are being told that they're going to be laid off. Do you think they're disappointed? Yeah, I'd have to say probably so. Yeah. So where's the happiness, right? Where's the good news? Can anybody here share the good news? Yeah, I mean, really, I mean, sincerely, what's going on? I mean, just what's going on in today's world, right? Yeah. So, and once again, kind of really more the point that I was trying to make this morning is that where's my lights? So, you're not this truck. Check this Ram truck. This thing is just pulling. I mean, big time pulling. I just can't get over how good this thing's driving right now. Never have towed with this. Comes the kid with breakfast. So let's eat breakfast and not stuff my face while I'm talking on the phone, right? Just beautiful country out here Friday morning on the travels to Tennessee. Boy, what? It's cold. 30s. So we came over that mountain out here to... Are you gonna crash? Yeah, well, anyways, yeah, so the ongoing conversations as we drive down the road. Yeah, so I just got to think to myself how so many things are happening around us right now that you just say to yourself, just disappointing. I mean, it's disappointing the leaders of our country have just totally played into the social movement. What separates a leader? I mean, I don't understand that. Leaders are not followers, and followers are leaders. So I just don't understand it. More than ever, society, so many things are kind of starting to happen, and it's the fearless leaders. So yeah, so is it disappointing? I really think it is disappointing that the car industry is being overrun by the green agenda. But I tell you, it's unfortunate that things are moving, in my eyes, too quickly, because just take the driverless car thing that I was talking about yesterday. The driverless car, a lot of these companies are starting to pull back. I mentioned yesterday Ford and Volkswagen, they just pulled out of a major deal with a company that has the technology for driverless vehicles. And why? Why did they pull out of that? I mean, I think I know why, but at the same time, I'm not in the company, so I can't tell you. If they pulled out because of concerns that this driverless technology is being overrated, yeah, I think it is personally. I think CEOs are possibly waking up that you're going to have a huge liability. So for them, are they disappointed? I mean, I know if I was a CEO of a major company that had to go to jail because the engineers didn't design something right, I'd be disappointed. So just there in itself, the car industry, and then you just go look around for the country in general, where the inflation. The inflation. I mean, who's not disappointed more than ever about how expensive everything is? Yeah, I mean, that's very disappointing. And you know what? I mean, I'm reading more and more about how a lot of people are pulling back. And I tell you, what's really incredible is it's just incredible. Here's from the east, showing on the west of the hills out here. Just really pretty time of year here in the Mid-Atlantic Northeast area with change of season. I mean, if anybody goes to YouTube content, I mean, I just can't get over how, I mean, it's just doom and gloom all over the place. It really is. I mean, most YouTubers just capitalizing on how the world's coming to an end. I know one thing, I'm not disappointed in this truck. This Ram 3500 truck, 2014, with like 70, close to 80,000 miles. And this thing just rocks. This thing just rocking and rolling. Here's the crosses up here. And some guy, I think 50, 70 years ago, traveled the country putting crosses up. Is that pretty cool? Now here's a guy in a trailer, no lights. That's not good. Yeah, so anyways, the reason I mentioned earlier this morning was, yesterday the goal was to hopefully try to get out of town. But here's the thing, at this time of year with the kid in school, me, my business, wife has to work, just so many things going on, just to bust out of town for a 3-day weekend's not that easy. Usually we're traveling on the holidays, and just kind of the last second, well, here's really what's going on. I've had a guy want to buy the Indian motorcycle, and I've got an Indian bobber down there in Tennessee, and the whole idea is we're going down to Tennessee to pick it up to sell it. Yeah, does it actually play out? Well, I don't know. I'm no fool to people change their mind. People get kind of focused on something, and then as the days progress, things change. Yeah, but if anything, we're going to go down to Tennessee now, some fun, do some riding down there. It's just a beautiful time of year where we really see the scenery, and it's not too cool yet. It'll be 60s down in that area. So, and I've got a nice CV that has heated gear, I should say heated seat, heated hand grips, the lowers, and then I've got, warm gear, so I'll be all right. The kid, with that street bob, I think that kid's going to be a little more cold, if you know what I mean. So, but, it's not going to be that cold. It's not like you're riding around 30-degree weather, so it shouldn't be that dramatic. But yeah, talk about being disappointed. Here's another thing kind of going on in the background. There's a really nice CVO Road Glide coming in at my other Harley dealer, and I was even up there last week just thinking I'd maybe time it when this CVO Road Glide came in, and it didn't come in. Well, sure enough, the sales guy texted me yesterday afternoon, hey, the CVO's on the truck, I'll be here tomorrow. Yeah, so that's kind of disappointing, but I don't know, I just got mixed feelings on, do I really want to make another damn purchase? Do I really want to let go of that red Street Glide I just picked up for a CVO Road Glide? I don't know. In all sincereness, I don't know if Harley Davidson Finish will buy the deal. It's just more money. So for me, I don't know. That's one of those things where if you see it in person, probably more exciting. But, just kind of watching the pictures, it looks like a good bike, but, I don't know. It's one of those things where am I heck bent to get it? Yeah, it's the money factor. That's the challenge. It's always about the money. So, is that disappointing? I don't know. Part of me is like, well, I'm going to be gone for the weekend, but, let's see. I mean, I don't think that thing will stick around personally, but that'd be very interesting. That'll be, what I'm hearing a lot of people talk about is they're saying that the elections are around the corner. A lot of people are just putting things on hold. They got to see how the elections play out. I mean, I've heard a lot of different businesses say they're kind of have slowed down, but they claim it. This is typical during the election, year of the midterms, and so there's a really good point. How many people are going to be disappointed, when the elections come up and their candidate didn't get elected or their candidate didn't stay in office? That's a whole nother conversation, right? Yeah. At leadership. But I just sincerely think that leadership in this country, gotta say, where is it? Where? Beautiful time of year. You know, one thing about these Ram trucks, I've talked about it numerous times. These trucks are just such more of a straight line truck, where they just really just stay. They don't do as much walking. This has a bigger tire package on it, so this thing does kind of have a little bit of a walk on it, but it's just these big ass wide fat tires on this truck. And, you know, that's the reason I can kind of feel it a little bit more, but not, you know, not radical. But it's, you can kind of feel it. But the whole point is, the Fords, you know, that's one thing about the Ford product that I just talk about all the time, is that front, you know, solid axle, the truck just really walks a lot. And it's a lot of work to get the truck to go down the road and to keep her in the middle of the road. You know, you're moving the steering wheel around a lot. And the Rams, I've said from day one, they're just a better straight line tow truck. And that tow truck, meaning towing cars, towing trailers. Yeah, so far, this thing just really, I mean, and it's so powerful. So I'm not disappointed in this. Talking about disappointment. Yeah. I mean, I'm taken back by how nice this truck is. You know, it says 80,000 miles on it. Yeah, I mean, it's pretty incredible how many people these days are driving vehicles further and further, but at the same time, everything's getting so expensive. So, you know, a lot of people are like, I mean, some people are like, no way, I paid my car off, I'm done, I'm good. You know, in fact, the Hellcat's coming out. You know, if you want to go pick up a Hellcat right now, I'm starting to hear stories of dealers are wanting up to $50,000 over sticker. Yeah, apparently these Hellcats aren't going to get built, you know, as much as the people think they are. I mean, I really don't know. I'm not really fixated on digging deep into that. But all I know is from my other forum members, talk about disappointment. A lot of them are just blown away in how they're trying to get Hellcats, and these dealers are starting to play hardball, and they want ADM. They're not even on the Hellcats, just like the Scat Packs. Wow. The change of times, the change of season, and the change in front of us. So if I would have left last night, this would have been, you know, within reason, not really, because nowadays, if I would have left last night, I wouldn't even gotten out of the, I wouldn't even gotten out to like 7:30 at best. Yeah, to me, I just think it isn't worth it. Driving at nighttime, it isn't so much really more about me getting down there at 2 in the morning, and then you're just revved up. When I drive these revved up, and so when I get home, or I should say when I get to my destination, I just can't sleep. You know, so I just don't sleep. So the reality is, it just turns into, you know, just a 24-hour day is what it turns into. And then you do feel that. Like this morning, you know, I'd be feeling that long drive from last night. So, yeah, and right now I just thought to myself, if I get up and get an early start, I'm really going to get to see some real scenery out here. Yeah, just really nice. Crashed over there. How about the dogs? Big old bed back there. Yeah, what am I up to also? You don't know. Yeah, yikes. You don't even know, do you? Yeah. Can't tell you too much. We're rocking and rolling here. So, yeah, so, you know, what am I going to yak about? I could go down the list of disappointments. Yes, I could. People are disappointed about how much they pay for gas. People are disappointed about how their stocks are worth a quarter less. People are disappointed that the police don't police their neighborhood anymore. disappointed they're not going to get their so-called debt cut. Now that's all being held up. And I guess a lot of these people are disappointed. They spent a lot of money for college, and to them, they're disappointed, right? I mean, you start thinking about disappointment. You focus on that all day long, right? Yeah. You know, how's your life gonna be playing out if you're always focused on that? Yeah, that isn't one of the things that Napoleon Hill talked about in his Think and Grow Rich. He didn't talk about disappointment. Yeah, he talked about hope. You know, where's the hope? I mean, sincerely, where's the hope factor in this country? Yeah. Does anybody realize the reserves are down to like 25 days of supply for oil and fuel? I mean, what's that all about? Just really befuddling. Who's in charge? Who's on first? Right? Is that the saying? Look at this truck right here. So, I'm saying again, close to 12 miles per gallon. You know, the Ram truck's just always been, that's right, the Ram truck is really my favorite truck. I went to Ford, and then I've come back. I just like a change of pace. Yeah, was I disappointed? You know, is that what the underlying message is for me? Is 250 Tremor because I was disappointed? No, not really, not at all. You know, great truck. I just kind of came to closure that, for me, do I need a heavy duty, that expensive of a heavy duty truck? That's really what it came down to. It was like, just like the F450 dualies. I've had a bunch of them. And all it just eventually comes to is it really worth all the money tied up for that truck that I just rarely use? Beautiful trucks. Yeah, that's my challenge on just ever new building. When I roll up and down these highways, it's just incredible. All the construction and development and building I see all the time. Even though if you're a realtor, the perception is you're disappointed because sales markets change. If you're an underwriter to rewrite mortgages, you're disappointed because who's refinancing mortgage? You know, disappointment. You know, what's going on? You know, but I just think life cycles and leadership cycles, and we're just down in the gully. Yeah, I mean, I think that's where we are, but we got to start pedaling back uphill to get on top of that hill. How do we do that, right? Well, I think leadership. We need new leaders. You know, leadership's powerful. If you don't believe that, then okay. Yeah, it's all about the personalities. And with Elon Musk, what is the Twitter deal all about? I guess he's going to turn it into the Amazon. I guess he's going to try to create Twitter to be the next Amazon, meaning that on Twitter you can do transactions on Twitter, buying things and promoting things. I don't know. I mean, it's probably a lot more in depth than my pea brain can figure out. I mean, for Elon Musk, he usually doesn't take something on and not accomplish it. You can say that to a degree. Yeah, here we are. It's beautiful. You can just sense the colder time of year is here. November's right on our doorstep next week. All right, just be abreast of what's going on. Going to Tennessee, do some motorcycle riding. Yeah, they got a CVO road glide down there that's at that envious green, I think they call it, and it's a really funky green motorcycle. And it wasn't until last night I got on Harley's website that I realized that, man, that dealership is just wanting so much money. So I didn't realize that the CVO's price, actually it's not a price as much as I thought, but if you get the special paint job on it. So here's the thing. they have a Harley Davidson theme paint scheme, which is the orange and black, which that's what the other selling dealer has coming in. That's a $3,000 paint option. Yeah, $3,000 paint option. So if you don't get that orange and black, it's $3,000 less. So it's basically about a $42,000 motorcycle versus like a $45,000 motorcycle, basically. But yet down there at that Harley dealer in Tennessee, they're wanting like $54,000 for this, motorcycle, and I'm thinking to myself, but that's not even the special paint themed motorcycle, right? So I'm just thinking, wow, that's crazy. If you think about it, it's that they're wanting basically 12 grand over. Yeah, no way. But it's not selling. Yeah, it's not selling. So I mean, that tells you a lot. There's just more beautiful. See if I can get more in. Getting out and seeing things is just so nice. Everybody watch my YouTube channel, I'm sure they can relate with that. Just taking a road trip, just get out of the routine. Look at that. Oh, there's other adventures, but yeah, I'll talk about that later.